Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 69. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
Finbar Saunders would have a field day. Oh, we are children.
So immature.
Children.
So immature. Sorry.
How...
I apologise. I've went red, actually. I'm embarrassed for myself.
And for all the
Shocking,
viewers and listeners.
Shocking.
I know. It's terrible. It's the worst.
Yeah.
So how you been keeping? This is
right,
day 700 of the coronavirus. It feels like it feels like a movie and not like Contagion. More like that Tom Hanks
version.
movie. You know that Tom Hanks movie, Oblivion. You know the one where he's living in the cloud palace. Tom Cruise, yeah. Who did I say?
Tom Hanks.
Did I say Tom Hanks? Okay.
Aye.
Okay, Tom Cruise. He's living in the cloud palace.
Yeah.
And he's getting messages from other people on Zoom, I'm assuming. And he can only go down to the quarantine zone for a couple of minutes. It's like when you go to the supermarket, you can only go for like
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm just nipping down to Morrison's and it's like suiting up and all this kind of stuff.
That is a good film.
It's a great film.
He is pretty consistent. He's mental with the Scientology and all that, obviously, but
aye,
he's
well, that's us got a strike. They listen to all podcasts.
Well, not mental. He's deranged. Let's call him seriously deranged.
Yes, yes. He's not mental. He's seriously deranged.
Listen, see if you put mental and Scientology in the same thing, they'll probably get one of their guys to come over here and hands over the head or something.
That's right.
Or stand outside and abuse us verbally.
Or stalk us from now until the end of time, much like their contract that they signed with Xenu or whatever his name is.
I think they just do that with people that have left Scientology, though. I don't think
do they?
Do that. Oh, aye.
I don't know. Was there not something? Some journalist kept on getting stalked by private investigators from Scientology for years and years after he did an expose on them about their e-meters and things. And
yeah, there was a great documentary. It was on Sky over here.
Mm-hmm.
And oh God, I can't remember the name of it. It's bad.
Scientology
and then I'll remember it later.
Mm-hmm.
But Louis Theroux did a documentary about it as well.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Was a movie actually.
Louis
Theroux's movie about Scientology.
I think I did. Yeah. I've seen pretty much everything the guy's done, so I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, it's really good, really interesting, and he, kind of goes into it. There's also a good interview with David, the leader, David, whatever his name is, his dad, right? With Joe Rogan. No, it's God. What is his name?
Oh yeah,
it, really.
I'll Google it. Yeah,
you Google it while I ramble. Yeah, it's Joe Rogan talking to his dad,
Miscavige.
Yes, yeah.
His wife's fine, by the way.
Interview as well. Whose wife?
David Miscavige's wife. She's fine.
In what way?
She's fine. No, she's fine. She's okay. She's alive and well.
Is this you trying not to get killed?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Very much so.
Okay. Anyway, how the hell do we go to that? I don't know. But anyway,
because it feels like a Tom Cruise movie. It doesn't feel like Contagion or any of these movies. It feels like you're living in this cloud place and you're coming down to do your messages and then
Yeah, but it's a gentle version of a horror film.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't we're not really in the front line sitting in our houses, are we? We're
not really.
Whereas the NHS and the medical staff and people, they are in a horror movie.
They are in a horror movie.
So yeah, we're just self-isolating and doing nothing. Which is just bizarre.
Staying away.
It's like the World War I posters. do what you can for your country.
Yeah.
We need you and all
that.
Do
your bit.
To sit in your sofa and play your PlayStation.
Just stay at home, play the PlayStation. Don't get a paper cut.
Tons of movies. Don't get outside in the sun. Stuff.
Whatever
you do,
get a paper cut. Don't go hang gliding. This is not the good month. Not a good month to go hang gliding. You need to do things that are not going to involve you possibly being injured. Like skydiving is not a good. Well, actually, skydiving is impossible because you can't have more than 2 people.
I love the fact you go paper cuts and skydiving are like
That's the 2 dangerous things you can think of.
Yeah.
Knife juggling.
Which one are you going to get, Sloan?
More likely a paper cut. Yes, absolutely. Given the fact I have to,
I'm not even going to get a paper cut. I'm not even doing papers. I'm just doing computery things and messing about with video and painting and.
Well, there's electronics in there, so make sure you don't get an electric shock.
Although I did paint my fence.
Well, there you go.
So, and some of the wood is a wee bit squiffy, so I could have got
a scalp. You could have injured yourself in a rusty nail, and had to go to ER. So there's a lot of these things that you need to think about, so that you don't overburden your local health service.
I'll tell you what, though, right? See people at home, bored at home. I bet they're experimenting with things they would never experiment with. Putting things in places they might not put them.
Yes.
And
this is how you end up with crisp butties.
Pardon?
Crisp butties. Not butties that are crisp, but crisps put in potato chips put inside a roll.
Oh god.
Or some other similar bread product.
That's not my favourite thing.
It's not my favourite thing either, but people like it.
They do, I know. But people might go too far with things and get injured in ways that might not have. Oh God, I need to go to the hospital, but I can't go to the hospital, so it's embarrassing. And
actually, it ties in with. I've been watching a lot of YouTube more than like regular TV because I'm just kind of fed up with regular TV just now, and I kind of go through waves, which is ironic given the fact that I co-host a podcast about popular culture with you, but the thing I've been watching the most is Adam Savage's Tested, and he was doing a Q&A, and he's got his middle finger on his left hand was surrounded with band-aids, and so of course somebody asked in the QA, what happened to your hand? He goes, funny story. So he was cleaning out his lathe, and luckily it wasn't that finger, or else he'd been degloved the finger, which is a horrible thing.
I think the term is deglovificated.
Is it? It's easy for you to say. Yeah. Anyway.
Deglovification.
So he was trying to clean out the gears on this thing, and he leaned over, and it somehow engaged and spun around, and he realized what was happening, and he went and pulled his hand out. Oh. And he goes, oh God, that was close. Then he looked at his hand, and it was a gash the entire length of his middle finger. And he said he could see bone and sinew inside it. And he's like,
oh man,
what am I going to do now? And he's just like, okay, first thing, clean it. So he had to go clean it, like sprayed a whole ton of isopropyl alcohol on it, which is lucky because the shop's full of this stuff because it uses it for other purposes like cleaning electronics. So he's pouring this stuff in there, and he's like, well, what do I need to put it together? And he's like, oh, I know. And he's got like a medical staple kit, and he stapled his own finger together, and he's telling people on the stream. Meanwhile, I'm like, no, as soon as I see bone, that's it. I'm doing this. I can't be doing with bone.
It's disgusting.
It is, yeah. But it was a good Q&A though. And I was watching the fish Q&A as well.
You sent me.
But he's not getting the new one out.
You sent me a video of his. Was it a blast? Wait a minute, I'm getting mixed up here. Was it a blaster from Star Wars, or was that the 3D thing you were going to print?
That was I was going to print the 3D thing, which I haven't got around to yet, but I will this week. That's my project for this week is to print off
full size this
Mando's
time.
blaster.
Not the tiny Stonehenge version.
And here's Baby Yoda.
Spinal Tap fans.
The triptychs are 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it slightly larger print this time.
That's good.
Actual size. But he's obsessed with Han Solo's blaster as well, and he got all the parts for it. And apparently it's some old German gun that it's based on, but there's different variations of it.
Yeah,
And so he
that's
was
right.
like tracking down the correct variation of it and the proper sight and all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
He goes in quite deep with his model making. I mean, that's his job. I mean, that's what he does. So,
Oh
but
yeah,
yeah, it's fascinating stuff. There's other
yeah.
parts of the show that the channel I'm like, I'm not really particularly into, but his stuff I really like. I mean, again, he's very personable and you know,
Well, talking about
an
YouTube,
extrovert.
I've been watching a guy on YouTube. I don't know why, right? But I'm just he's quite a character and stuff like that. A
Hmm.
cooking guy.
Hmm.
Um, he's his name is. You know, Danny puts so many videos because it's in my can't even see what I've been watching. It's all full of his Fortnite things. In fact, we were dragged away. Well, I was dragged away there because I was watching Disney Plus again.
Oh, aye.
We've not even got to what we've been watching, but uh, watching Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, the Eddie Murphy thing.
Yeah,
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 it's okay.
yeah. He was enjoying it actually.
Yeah.
And prior to that, we were watching Grease for the millionth
Mhm.
time.
Did
Um,
Jennifer, is it Jennifer Tilly? She plays Madame Zola or
and
whatever her name is.
and Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the reason why she's called Madame Zola is because the woman that played her was actually a member of Imagineering. It's actually an Imagineering story if you watch that. And her
Oh, I need to
daughter
watch that actually.
still
Aye.
works as an Imagineer. And
See the
so
Imagineering thing, the behind the scenes thing.
Mhm.
Sorry, is that what part is of that is on Disney Plus? What bit? Is it
I think it's under
originals or what is
I
it?
think it's under Disney, maybe under Originals. I don't
So
know
is
how.
that
I
just
mean, it might be organized differently in the UK.
so is that behind the scenes of the rides? You know how they were made and
It's
conceived and
it's more about the actual Imagineering workshop itself. So it's the Imagineering story, and so it
uh-huh.
talks about how Walt wanted a place that was like highly experimental and like anything goes, blue sky thinking,
Oh,
make me new rides and all
right.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it kind of bled into other parts of the Walt Disney
Uh-huh.
company. And so it
I need
goes
to see
through
that.
everything.
I like
It's
all that stuff.
absolutely fascinating. It's really, really good. It was like my
Uh,
favorite thing to do on a Friday when it came
Right.
out.
I definitely need to see that.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll go into what I've been watching, I suppose.
Sure.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of this Sam the cooking guy on YouTube.
Mhm.
It's he's a
Sam
bit of
the
a character.
cooking guy.
He's a bit of a character. He's a kind of maybe
Okay.
I don't know mid 50s or something. Um, but he's a American. All the food is like barbecue and
Mhm.
beef and cheese sauces and onions and you
Okay.
know crazy. You couldn't eat this stuff every day, like
Yeah. No,
But
it's kind of like Guy Fieri type stuff. I don't know if you know who Guy Fieri is.
nah.
Okay.
But that whatever that kind of the type of stuff you see in Man versus Food, that type
Right.
of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
he makes that.
Is that not Guy
What is he
Fieri?
getting? I probably do know that guy. I'm not sure, but
Oh no,
you
it's
could put
not.
a
Okay.
picture up of him. No, couldn't you?
I
No,
could.
no.
Um,
Share it with the audience. Um,
I'd have to share a screen now, which is a bit trickier.
nah, it's
I'll
okay.
try.
We'll do it another time. But yeah. So watching him. Did you know that? I know people that listen to us and all that, like Genesis and things. Did you
I
know
love
that
Genesis. Yeah.
Genesis have released, or they're releasing all the 80s concert films, or 80s to 90s concert films on YouTube? So Three Sides Live was the first one. It was out yesterday.
Really?
the full concert, yeah, on
Wow.
their YouTube channel.
Cool.
Yeah, full thing. So you should check that out.
Yeah. Apparently, Fish is not going to go and pay money to go and see them when they come to Scotland.
No,
He's going to.
I'm not either.
No. Just remember the heydays. Hampden
Yeah,
Park.
yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same.
No.
TV wise, we've been watching a lot of Disney, continuing Mandalorian, which you know is we've spoke about millions of times. It's
What episode are you up to now that you've watched for the first time?
6.
6. What is 6? Oh, is that the gunslinger one where they goes back to the
No, that
Mos
was
Eisley
5.
Cantina?
That was
Okay.
5. 6 is the prisoner.
Oh, the heist.
The prison break, aye.
Oh, it's such a good episode.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic.
Richard
Bill
Iwadi is
Bard,
Zero.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aye, I know. Aye.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say to Danny, that he'd love it, you know.
Yeah.
But
Clancy Brown, is it, that plays the devil guy?
yes, he plays the big muscle guy. Yep.
Also known as Krusty Krabs.
Aye, that's right.
And then the woman that plays Tonks in Harry Potter, she plays the remember the exotic dancer in
we should
Return of the
know
Jedi?
the name of this.
You should know the name of the character, but I don't know.
She is well, the brothers the same species.
Yeah.
Oh god,
That's how it
bad.
works.
That's bad.
They're like Andalusian or something. That's not that. But
no,
it's certainly not Andorians because that's Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's the guys with the antenna.
Mm-hmm. Not antenna, big kind of folds.
No, the Andorians, I think, are the ones in, yeah. Lobes.
Whatever they are. Aye, so what's that? I've watched the new Alex Garland. You know Alex Garland that did Ex Machina?
Yeah.
He's got a new show. I don't know if you got it over there yet. It's an
Ex
HBO
Machina.
Or Machina, whatever. Machina.
I really want to watch it because it's Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston. It's I can't remember what the name is, but it's it's about this software guy. And I was like,
It's not Bryan Cranston, unless Bryan Cranston's in it later on. It's the guy from
what's it called?
Arrested Development, I think, that's in it.
Okay.
Is the kind of guru guy. Devs, it's called.
Right, okay. I'm pretty sure he is in it.
He might be later on, but he's not so far. I've just started episode 3. And it's one of these ones that draws you in, you know, like Westworld does, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, the first episode.
It's Nick Offerman, that's who it is. I don't know why I thought it was. Yeah.
Is that him? Arrested Development.
No, he was in Parks and Rec. He played
Parks and Rec. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Ron thingy.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then mixed up. Yeah, it's about a guy that develops a thing, and it's a project basically. It's a project. He brings it to this big company to get funding or a job kind of thing, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll take you on," you know. And so when he gets there, and they're like, "We'd like to take you on," you know, your thing didn't quite work, but we'll take you on anyway. And so they take him on and they sit him at his station. He's like, "What do you do here?" He's like, "Well, you tell him, you know, you guess." Right? So is it this? Is it that? No. So then he actually gets his monitor, and they're like, "So what is it I need to do?" He's like, "You'll figure it out." It's one of those ones, right? So he's like sitting in this super high tech. It's like how they get in there. It's like you know, techno Willy Wonka thing. It's like an anti-gravity bridge. So they step on this thing and it goes, and you know, it's vacuum sealed office block thing in the middle of nowhere, you know. Really intriguing. And then when I don't know if it's the end of episode 1 or 2, you're like, whoa, okay, that's what they're doing.
Okay. So I knew
And I
this
love
was
Alex
happening.
Garland. I think he's fantastic.
I loved Ex Machina, and I really wanted more of that. And I really wanted more of that. Of course, what's his name? Oscar Isaacson. That was kind of his. I don't know if it was his big break, but it was certainly the one where I sort of.
Oh,
Because
probably
I'm super important.
His big break was probably the Coen Brothers one.
Oh right, yeah,
I think that was before it, wasn't it?
Suburbia.
No,
Suburbania.
when he's a singer. He's a singer.
Oh yeah. Llewellyn Davis. Ballad
Yes.
of Llewellyn Davis.
Yeah, that
It's
one.
called.
Yeah.
Or Llewellyn Davis Sings, or whatever it's called. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
good point actually.
that.
And I knew this was coming up, but I didn't realize it had already come and gone. It's finished now. It's the first season's
Well,
done.
it only just started last week, but I think they put the full thing up. I think they've put the full thing up on iPlayer, so you can just watch it and just blast it. You know?
So this is on FX, I think. Yeah, FX.
It is. It's on FX. Yep.
So it's on Hulu. So the last release date was April 16th. So it was 3 days ago. It was the last episode. So
I think they might have on FX. They might have it probably was on before the BBC, but the BBC got it fairly quickly, and they've to be fair to them, they've put the whole lot up.
Oh really? Oh okay.
I think yeah, I think so. Yeah. So yeah, watch that.
I mean, the problem with this now is the fact that people have time in their hands, so they're just blasting through series.
Yeah, I know. It's a good time to catch up with stuff, but
well, that's true.
I mean,
like Breaking Bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, you should really.
Plenty of stuff.
I mean, we're trying to do stuff every day to try and achieve things, just to justify our existence type thing, but as well.
Yeah.
But painting fences and clearing garages out and stuff like that. But now I think I mentioned this before. Tales from the Loop.
Yes.
The other thing I've been watching. I've managed to watch now 3 episodes.
On Prime?
4. This is on Prime.
Yeah.
I managed to watch 3 episodes now, and I'm on.
I think I know these things.
I think I'm on 4.
I
mean, I can't remember if I watched the full. Yeah, I'm on 4, definitely. This is a slow burner.
Oh yeah.
Really slow, but at the same time, I'm like intrigued. It's one of those ones. You know how on Prime they've got that. I think they've got that. I've never done it, right? But this is a prime example, no pun intended, of watching something twice the speed, and you.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, easily.
Dear.
Or a little bit faster than what it is, because literally it's like me saying to you, "How are you?"
It's like the sloth scene.
No, don't say anything. Yes, yeah, basically, and you go.
This is great radio, by the way, Jody.
I'm fine. It's like that, right?
Oh dear. Well, that's not good.
So
is it just intended to be like this kind of David Lynch thing, or?
Aye, it's very. I think it's very kind of that sense.
Well, the monkey thing was good.
Every single. Well, it's not a David Lynch thing, though.
No, I know, but it feels like that kind of David Lynch pregnant pause.
It does. It does. It really does. Actually,
it feels
like that. It feels like the way that I spoke about before. It's got that kind of vibe to it. It's individual stories, however, they're all intertwined, like Pulp Fiction. And it's every single episode is the same, so they're all directed the same way. So it must be a thing that they're going for.
Yeah,
this kind of real slow paced thing. But I'm still intrigued, so I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah.
based on an illustrated book that has no story,
Hmm.
and
That's why they're going slow. See if they can find one.
yeah, but they might. I don't know. I think they've got great ideas, right? Every
Mhm.
episode is a great idea to it, but
You were saying it's more like a kind of
sure get there
anthology
faster.
show, though. It's more like kind of Twilight Zone.
Aye,
It's not like the
yeah,
same
as a bit, but it's all
thing every
intertwined though,
Mm.
as
Oh, okay.
opposed to completely separate. You know,
Right.
it's the families and the kids are the stories are kind of. It's like one of the kids has a story, and then
Mhm.
it goes into another kid's story or a relationship with somebody else. You know, that type of thing.
Right.
So yeah, I'm still intrigued. I'm going to watch a lot. You know,
Okay.
I want to get the whole picture. Anyway, so that's me.
The whole 9 yards.
Game
Brilliant.
wise, nothing this week. Nothing.
Hmm. Yeah, let me just bring up my list. My
Oh,
list. I so I haven't played. So I signed up for Stadia, and I haven't played anything beyond the first
nah.
3 hours, whatever it is. It it's okay. I mean, it's Stadia. I'll go back to it this week. Although I wasn't particularly enamored with Destiny, and I don't really like racing games, so
I liked the first
it's kind
Destiny. It was
of
okay. You know, I quite
yeah.
liked the first one, but I never played any more than that.
Well, it starts off the exact same way as Destiny,
Hmm.
Destiny 2. So you
Yeah.
stand outside the Russian spaceport thing, and you got
Mhm.
to go through it, and you meet the same baddies, and then you get to the end. There's a big tank thing in the middle, and
Mhm.
then you beat that. You go into the next room, and then there's a bunch of baddies sitting on a ship. That the ghost then
Mhm.
says, "Oh, we need that ship." You get there, and then it takes you to City One or whatever the hell they've called it, where
Mhm.
the Traveler is. That's exactly the same as Destiny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's been so
So
long ago. Christ, that's an
yeah.
old game.
Mm,
That was a PlayStation 3 game, I
I
think,
think so.
for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I enjoyed it at the time, but you know,
Mm,
great graphics in it. I think I remember.
mm,
It's the most thing I remember about it. You know,
yeah.
it kind of pushes the story forward and stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, kind of junkyard at the start, aren't you? That kind of
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. So what I bought, we've been playing through Harry Potter Lego because we finished all the movies. Now we've got to go play the bloody games. Uh,
games,
it's
good
Lego
games.
games. I'm quite happy with the Lego games because I do like them. It doesn't matter which
I love
ones it
them.
is. Um,
Some of
I
them
mean,
are
it's
quite
all the
tricky.
same things.
Puzzles.
The thing I've never understood is why has there never been a Doctor Who Lego game?
Get Generations Lego
Dimensions, Dimensions.
Dimensions.
Yeah,
There's
we
bound to be
can't
a
get it
Doctor Who
now.
one.
Well, there is Doctor Who in it because I actually have a Lego Doctor. I've got two Lego Doctors. I've got the 12th and the 11th Doctors, both as Lego.
You can't get it now. Really?
No,
Oh
it's
no,
well
that
they,
means
they stopped selling it.
that a collector's item then. Ah,
Must be,
balls.
yeah. And I've also got. I'm
Missed
looking at
out on
them
that.
just now. I've got. If I can grab them here. This is from Lego Dimensions as well. I'll do the old hand behind there.
Oh, Back to the Future.
Back to the
That's
Future, yeah.
brilliant.
A little Marty McFly. So
Marty
yeah, I've been playing through
McFly.
that. I also bought Crash Bandicoot, um, which is on the
That's hard.
Switch. Three,
Yeah,
uh,
it
three
is.
version, 3 games on there.
I know.
$20. Why did
How many
why
times were you punching the sofa?
I very nearly threw my Switch across the room at one point. Why? I don't
That
remember
is a
games
tough
being.
game.
I don't remember games being that difficult. I certainly don't
They
remember
were
Crash
that
Bandicoot
tough.
being that
They
difficult.
were.
Like
Well.
it's pixel perfect jumps you got to
Mm-hmm.
do, and it's you can't
Mm-hmm.
see because there's like a dip and then there's like a trench, and you can't when you're coming
Mm-hmm.
down fast, you can't see the trench. So you
Mm-hmm.
just fall in the trench. You see these sneakers going up. You're like, son of a.
It's the. Do you know the bit what you're saying about that, and you kind of see things coming. See when you're running toward yourself
Yes.
away from the rolling ball
Hmm.
thing, and you're having to
Yeah.
jump over stuff and dodge stuff.
Yeah.
What the hell?
How are you supposed to? I mean, I don't know. So
Yeah.
I bought that for $20. It's okay. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. There's a few good guys. There's Technology Connections. I don't know if you've seen him. He's pretty good at the old talking game. Jimmy DiResta, he makes a lot of stuff, a lot of like carpentry and metal work. And like I said, Tested as well. And then I started watching Pandemic: How to Avoid an Outbreak because it was recommended to me. So I'm like 2 episodes in, which, by the way, is 2 episodes further than I got with that Gabriel Hernandez story. It's okay, but it feels like it's another one of those Netflix documentaries that could be a movie, not a show, not like a mini,
Yeah,
like a
they do that.
series.
We spoke about that before, haven't we? You know,
Yeah,
I mean, Tiger King, you could make millions of episodes out of. But there's some ones they stretch out. I mean,
yeah.
that drug one was.
Did you see the interviews at the end? Did we talk about that last week? I think we did talk about it last
Oh
week.
no, I've not watched that yet.
Okay.
Oh,
So I
I
haven't
need to
watched
see
it
that.
yet. I saw the first bit of it with Joel McHale. I like Joel McHale. I think he's a funny guy, and he does the interviews. I really want to go back to it because I want to see Jeff's perspective on things because he doesn't come across as being a nice guy.
Jeff is not a nice guy.
No,
I think he's not a nice guy.
I think he's a Scientologist, and he's not. Not
I want to see Jeff, the documentary. By the way, he sounds like an interesting character.
Was Tiger King too?
Yeah, he's an interesting character.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm leaning far too much. I'm like that. Leaning too far into the bloody.
Watching a lot of sorry, only go.
No.
Watching the Office US remakes or reruns on the old Netflix. At some point that we're going to lose them because
I think we've got it.
Yeah, so NBC has this Peacock network sitting in the wings, which is their streaming service, because they're going to basically nickel and dime us back up to basically doing a cable subscription.
They can't keep doing all these.
They're going to keep doing them. They're just going to keep doing them.
How many places, you can't keep subscribing to,
it's going to end up
10,
where
15, 20.
I know. I mean, I've been fighting this idea, but there is going to get to a point where you're going to get bundled services. Get Disney, Peacock,
that would make sense.
Anyways, I've been watching that. It's a funny show, the US remake. It's a good show. It's completely different to the original Office. I asked Sam, I said, have you ever seen the original one? She said, no. I went, really? All right, okay. Let's watch the first episode. We got 5 minutes into it, and she goes, I can't watch this. This is too cringy. And I went, yeah, that was
the point.
This is the whole point.
That's the way it was.
Yeah. I said, there's another 23 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think I could watch the American. I don't think I'd watch the American Office. I don't think I've seen it. I prefer the
it's good
cringy stuff,
And then the last thing I watched this week was Ocean's 8, which is the remake, reboot, soft reboot. I don't know what you want to call it.
Here.
Yeah.
Do you not tell us about this last week?
No.
No. Like you did?
No. I told you about it. I told you about it this week.
Oh, is that what it was?
We spoke.
Oh my God, we spoke too much.
I know. Because we spoke on Tuesday. This is why we can't speak outside the show. Sorry, everyone. Anyway, so
sick of it.
I know. This is it. Table flip.
As if.
So can I finish? Jeez.
Sorry.
Ocean's. You've gone. What's happening here? Oh no. What happened? I went all quiet.
You pulled your wire again?
No, it went really, really quiet. And
you're not quiet here.
No, I know, but my my headphones went off. I don't know why. That was
Alright.
weird.
I've told you before, stop pulling your wire.
It's true. So it's like a soft reboot because it's Sandra Bullock plays Danny Ocean's sister.
Yes.
And
I've not seen it.
The rest of the cast are sort of analogues to the original team from the original Ocean's, whatever it is, movies. It's okay. I thought it was fine. I thought they did a good job of it. It's a little bit lighter on the humor, I think. But it was a good heist. It was a good heist movie.
I do like those movies, though.
There was a couple of twists in it as well, and those are good. So yeah, I mean, general, I would, as an Ocean's movie, I'd probably put it above the third one, definitely. Maybe above the second
third one
as
wasn't
well.
good. First and second ones were good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Not
a massive Sandra Bullock fan. Sorry.
What?
No, not massive. I like her better than Julia Roberts, but I think she's something. I don't know. She's better than Julia Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
But I see her in that same vibe,
Okay.
That kind of safe movie vibe,
Right.
Although
she was good in the net.
Safe movie vibe.
No Soul, man. Angela Bennett.
Nah.
It's a great movie. I mean, it's not as good as Sneakers. It just isn't.
No.
And if anyone says anything different,
we know your thoughts about Sneakers.
We should do a top 10 hacker movies.
Top 10 hacker movies, Slow.
Yeah.
All right, War Games, Sneakers, and The Net.
No.
Only 3.
I think you'll find us Hackers with Johnny Lee Miller and Angelina Jolie.
Right, that's 4 movies. All right, okay.
No, there's also the Demi Moore one as well with what's his face?
Would have the same movies.
Just Disclosure.
Would have the same movies.
There's that one with Tim Robbins.
The Enemy of the State. Will Smith.
Enemy of the State. Yeah.
Kinda.
What's the one with?
I think we've just done it.
Top 5. The one with what's his face in it? Jake. Is it Jake Gyllenhaal? No, Shia LaBeouf's in it. Shia LaBeouf and Michelle Monaghan.
It's like a remake. It's like a remake of Rear Window, but it's is that the one you mean?
No.
But it's like
it's
digital.
The one where the two of them come together, and Michael Chiklis plays the vice president, and he's the only
Transformers.
No. Movie with Michelle Monaghan and Michael Chiklis.
I think you're thinking of the one that was like a modern version of Rear Window.
No. Eagle Eye. That's the one I'm thinking of.
That is like the modern version of Rear Window.
How is it like the modern version of Rear Window?
Because it is.
He's not injured in it.
That's quite a good film. No, he's not injured, but he's like
Die Hard 4 as well. That's a hacker movie.
About his neighbours and stuff.
Die Hard 4.
Yep.
There's tons. We could definitely do a top 10.
I think we've almost done it. It's like see that when people phone in and say, "Can I say hello to my parents?" I think you have, right? Move on. One of those ones.
Fair enough.
You've just done it. Right. The question is...
Can I give a big shout out to Elmi? Right, that was Brian from Heathcliff.
Yeah.
Kathy's looking for you.
Wuthering Heights reference, everyone. I nearly said Wyndon Wuthering.
Who knew we'd got a Jane Austen or Emily Bronte? I don't know who wrote the original thing. Whatever. I'm not literate. Sure. Shall we talk the news? But before we do, we should probably mention that you should hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and get timely reminders about this channel, or follow us
I
on
don't know if
Twitter
have you got it like in a
at
graphic?
Super Kelly Bros. Oh, it's up there. It's up there. Up there. Up there. The architect sketch. Up there. Super Kelly Brothers. Up there. And I've moved it across so you can actually see it. Because Jody pointed out you couldn't see it on his TV, and then I tried it on my TV, and I couldn't see it either.
I
It said at Super Kelly Bro. I also noticed that there are several other YouTube channels that do not have a title safe. Haven't got the titles in a title safe area.
Don't tell them.
I'm not gonna.
They're our competitors.
That's right. I'm just pointing out at you, technology connections. Anyway,
me?
news.
Mine?
No, not you. You don't have any titles in your videos.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Teach me.
Anyway, the first story that you hit was a kind of one of the times, I guess, is that AMC theaters are starting to plan some moves to avoid bankruptcy.
Which I think are a Canadian
Chinese. Firm? They're owned by a Chinese firm.
Yeah, but is that predominantly the cinema in Canada?
No, Cineplex is.
Oh,
Cineplex and Landmark. AMC is America.
Is America then? Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah, well, there was big, heavy rumours that, and I don't know how this is going to affect Britain as well, because this is not going to go away anytime soon. The coronavirus, people sitting in close, vicinity of each other in a bloody room, concerts, theatres, cinemas, gone for the rest of the year probably. So I don't know how this is going to affect. But anyway, AMC were going to go into bankruptcy apparently, but they have been saved, or not quite saved, but they're maybe not quite going into bankruptcy, which is a good thing. But I don't know how. The big thing about this story is how are cinemas, theatres, and gigs, concerts, how are they going to survive? Because if we can't do live entertainment with people sitting in close proximity to each other, it's dead. That part of entertainment is dead for this year, at least.
What about theme parks as well, where you traditionally stand in a line in close proximity with each other?
All those things are dead right now.
I mean, Disney's talking about doing virtual lines, but you're still in the park. You're still breathing in everyone.
A virtual line? How does that work? A virtual
line. So basically, what you do is it's the same way it doesn't work for Rise of the Resistance. Heed my words. You basically you use the phone, you use the app on your phone, and it gives you a time for you to come back. And because not everybody's got that time, the queue, there isn't that many people in the queue, basically. And so instead of having 1,000 people around you, you've only maybe got 200 people around you. But I mean, if this thing's it's spread at 1.2 or whatever it is, and whatever scale it is, that means 1.2 people will get infected from every other person that's infected.
But, right, theoretically, what you'd have to do in cinemas, theatres, gigs, right, you'd have to have less people in, so it's less bums and seats. And so a sold-out arena is a third, maybe, of what it normally is. So they're not making as much money.
Yep. You're gonna have to book, you're gonna have to book cinema seats as well. So instead of having like the AVX for Cineplex, so what you could do is, and if anyone's listening, the Kelly and Kelly Consulting Company is available for talks. But what you could do is you could make every
talks.
I mean, every theatre has rows and seat numbers, so you'd book every single theatre room, but you'd only have every second theatre row, and you can only book in groups of 4, and then you couldn't seat 4 like you'd have to have like some separator between the two of them. I guess you could do that way.
That's what I'm saying though. You know,
Yeah.
that's exactly what you do. But then you have less bums and seats.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
By bums on seats, those of you in Atlantic America and all that. I mean,
Everyone knows
less
what a bum
people
is.
on less people in the theatre.
So here's a little thing about American English. It's changed a bit. A bum means something that you sit on in America now.
Oh, it's not a
No,
a
I mean
homeless person.
that's also a homeless person is a bum, or no, maybe not a homeless person. A homeless person's a homeless person, but someone who
You understand?
is a no good degenerate is a bum. And also,
Do you understand?
Q. When I first started coming to America, it was a line. You stood in a line. Now you stand in a queue. So it's very British now. I don't know why. Those two things have suddenly flipped in American.
But then you live in Canada, so you know it's maybe a bit more.
No, they use queue in America now as well. I think it's because Disney uses the word queue instead of line.
No, okay.
Because it sounds a bit posher than standing in line. You stand you stand in line to go in a supermarket. You queue for a ride. That's the difference.
See when you're standing in a line.
In a line up.
Waiting for your turn.
Yeah.
And somebody slips in, and you say, "What comes after P?" And they say,
"Cut in the line, buddy.
Get to the back of the line." That's what you say.
That's right. So yeah, I don't have any answers. I don't know what we're gonna do for public performances.
But I stuck that story in. I stuck that story in because of that. I think what is the knock-on effect going to be, and also
it's a good question.
And also, is it going to be the end of cinema? Is it going to be the end of theatre for at least a year? And what do these people do?
Yeah.
It's their bread and butter, and you're not even thinking about the people that are. I'm not talking about actors because they make millions of money. Maybe not theatre actors, but the Hollywood people. I'm not talking about movie people here because but it's all the guys in the background, all the background staff, and all the lighting rigs, and whatever they do.
Yep. But it's all their suppliers as well. So I mean, it's all the the companies that make the popcorn, the companies that make the all that further down the line as well, because that's where they make the money from the concession stand. They don't make it from showing movies.
It's a knock-on effect on more than just people going to see movies.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, and you just wonder where that's going to be. But anyway,
yeah, all these things have a bit of a ripple effect. Anyway, let's move on and we'll talk about something interesting. Oh, that was.
You bastard!
What I meant by that was, as I try and dig myself out of that hole, was.
I think what you meant was a Monty
less depressing.
Let's.
And now for something less depressing.
That's
what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Thanks for rescuing me there.
Let's just say that.
Dune First Look.
Yeah.
So the guy that Denis Villeneuve. No relation to the racing car driver. He directed Blade Runner 2049 and Arrival. Two. I would argue two of my top 100 movies of all time ever. I really like those movies. He's now turned his hand, his Eye of Sauron sight on Dune, Frank Herbert's seminal work that I've never read. I've heard it's good. Slightly long-winded. There's movies coming out, so I mean, there's no point in seeing it, reading it. No point in reading it. It's the same as Ender's Game. You don't need to read it. And so I didn't realize, first of all, that he had done this. That he was shooting a new adaptation of Dune. This is news to me. Yeah, I didn't know we were getting this. So I'm quite excited because it is basically Star Wars. Or sorry, Star Wars is basically
Well,
Dune.
do you know what? I made a little video on my other YouTube channel that I've got about Star Wars versus Dune, and did you ever watch Jaworski's Dune,
I
the
did.
documentary?
Yes, I did.
Well, if you look at that, the imagery of that, and I'm sure George Lucas must have seen that. He
Yeah.
must have, because the the imagery of Star Wars and that and the spice part of
Well,
it and the worms and
the famous line
loads of
will be
loads of
sent to
things.
the spice mines of Kessel or blown into a million
Yeah,
pieces.
yeah,
Said by
and they're
C-3PO.
yeah, and then in June they are farming spice.
Yep.
Um,
That's the predominant currency. Well, the predominant drug, whatever you want to call it. They're basically
aye,
narco-terrorists.
aye, aye. So it's all that kind of stuff. So basically, my video is like basically Star Wars has come full circle, because
Yeah.
Dune and Star Wars have come full circle because Dune influenced Star Wars, right? Star Wars has now influenced Dune, and Dune is getting remade. So it's like,
I think I might intersperse this with some pictures here, but Oscar Isaacson's in it, friend of the show. I know. And he looks like he's wearing what could be only described as a cosplayer's wet dream. The amount of foam core that you could use just to make that.
Oscar Isaac's in it. Josh Brolin's in it.
Josh Brolin's in it, yeah.
Timothy Chalamet is in
Uh-huh.
it. Who's a new upcoming young guy.
Rebecca Ferguson's in it, and she looks very like Sith Rey in one shot.
Is this a video I did?
Yeah. And then there's another one with what's her face, Zanaya.
Yeah.
She kind of looks a bit like Rey when they first meet her in Jakku. And then there's another bit with Villeneuve directing a shot, and it looks exactly like the bit where they first meet Ben Kenobi.
Yeah. Do you not think it's oh god, the Spanish actor Javier
Bardem?
Bardem is in that shot as well, and he looks like Dengar, a black ragged version of Dengar.
Is that who that was?
Doesn't even look like him, but that's who it is.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, I'll definitely post these up, or I'll put them over the top of this just so you guys can see it, what we're talking about. But yeah, there's a bit as well where what do you call him? Timothy Chalamet is walking towards the camera and his head's down like that, and he does look exactly like Kylo Ren.
Yeah, there's a definite thing. But then,
even like the jump ships, the one where Chewie gets fake killed.
Yeah.
Those ships look like the ships in the background of that shot as well.
Yeah.
Which is even freakier, I thought.
Yeah. It's definitely comes full circle. That's what I think anyway. But it looks good, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm buzzing for it. That movie. It could be really good. Denis Villeneuve has got quite a slow pace as well in his movies, but they're he's got a very determined kind of, line that he goes down, but it's quite a slow pace, but I don't mind that,
I mean, even though it's a slow...
But it might kill it for a movie like that, I'm not sure.
I mean, well, the last adaptation was David Lynch, back in whenever it was.
Well, no, there was a TV series, remember?
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, sorry,
I never watched it.
I should have qualified that, but a film version of it.
Last movie version,
and it was quite long. I seem to remember it, like long, and I had no idea what the hell was going on. Maybe I was just too young for it, or I didn't quite understand it.
But I think it was overblown because it was David Lynch, and but this time I think they're going to make it multiple movies.
Okay.
So, it'll be told over. I mean, it's multiple books, so it'll be told over multiple movies.
I mean,
but I think they had to cram in stuff in that original movie.
Because I mean, Dune influenced a whole bunch of other things as well. I mean, there's bits in the Half-Life games that definitely look like it's out of Dune, like the navigators, those big kind of slug things.
Yeah.
In Dune, they're very similar to the creatures in Half-Life as well. Same kind of scale as well.
Yeah. Great game.
So,
Wow. Great
yeah.
game.
Yeah. We're never getting a third part, so.
I know. It was you that told me about that, and then I bought the orange box with
that was a few years ago. That was 2007.
That was PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And do you know, Danny has banged on about me buying a PlayStation 3 again to get that bloody orange box back.
Really?
That game. Yep. With Portal.
Oh, Portal was awesome as well.
Portal 2.
Portal 2, the co-op is so much fun.
Yeah, I never actually played Portal 2, but I think I'm not sure if it's on PlayStation 3. But anyway, I need to get him for his birthday a PlayStation 3. I think.
Yeah. No, the Portal 2 you need to get because it's really good. Like the 2-player co-op.
Even Half-Life, playing Half-Life again.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen in fact, the other day there, it was a 55-minute video, and it was the Half-Life devs, the original developers of Half-Life 2, I think it was, watching a guy doing a speed run of Half-Life 2.
Oh, really?
And they're going, like, how the hell did you do that? And then it was all this stuff about, oh, that's right, because we couldn't do the hitbox until you did this bit. So I guess if you do the reverse jump, then you can maybe get through that. There must be like a little cut bit in there. And they go into all this huge big detail. It's a great video. Just do a search on YouTube for Half-Life 2 dev speed run and you'll see it.
All right, okay.
It's great. Good video. And so over the weekend, so yesterday I think it was, there was a concert, Together at Home, or One World Together at Home, trying to get the right name for it. In the interest of the show, I thought I should probably watch this. I didn't, because I know how these things go. Did you watch it on the off chance?
I think I was rearranging my sock drawer.
Okay, yeah.
So I missed it.
Oh, apparently. So, should we go through the highlights? First of all, what's your case? Your man, Charlie Watts, apparently air drummed through "Get What You Need" or whatever that Rolling Stones.
You can still watch it, though, can't you?
I think it's on streaming. Yeah.
Is it a long thing? Is it a full concert? What is it? Do you know? Should we watch it?
Should we watch it? I don't know. I really don't. Maybe we should watch it for next week. So apparently Taylor Swift made everyone cry because she has a song written for her mum, which is called "Soon You'll Get Better."
Do you know what?
Her mum battle with cancer and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that
okay.
Sounds bad. God, I wish I hadn't butted in that point.
Shut up.
Sorry, that's probably worse.
Never mind that.
Okay, Mr. Insensitive. That was a bad thing to button. Right, carry on then.
God. The Rolling Stones had drums but no drum kit. So there's a picture of Charlie Watts just sitting going like this.
Okay.
But there's drum sounds.
I should have said okay at that point.
Okay. Some guy, Charlie Puth. Do you know who Charlie Puth is?
Charlie what?
Puth, P-U-T-H.
No.
I don't know. So apparently he doesn't know how to make his bed. Delta Goodrem. Delta Goodrem, she had the camera pointing at her piano, which just so happened to coincide with the large shelf full of her awards. So that was nice. No.
Not impressed yet.
Some people had better microphones than others. This is a level of BBC journalism.
Why? Why do these stars not have microphones in their house?
I don't know. I mean, I
Decent microphones.
genuinely don't know. I mean,
Even Jimmy Fallon. And,
I know.
you know, have you seen him live?
Have you seen JLo? She's got like an entire concert hall in her back garden by the looks of it. I mean, she's got the wireless microphone and all that kind of stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
So she should. She's got a big enough house. Get it set up, you know.
Husband playing baseball in the kitchen.
By the way, you can guarantee she never set it up herself. You know.
Oh no, there's no way.
Curtains and lighting and all that.
Oh no, I mean,
she's a guy's in to do that. That's
seriously,
right.
she's in some back garden somewhere, and it looks amazing.
So she's in isolation, right? But she's got some guys in to do that.
Aye. Yeah,
that's not right.
Well,
fail.
Maybe they all live there with her. Maybe she's got like a whole big concert thing set up, and they all live together. I don't know. Have you heard of the? There's a thing called
a just in case scenario.
There's a thing called quarantining. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this?
Is that teenagers?
I feel like I'm doing a really bad video too. Showing it.
Quarantining as in
quarantining? No, quarantining. Teaming. Yes. So what you do is, if you live by yourself and you've got a mate who lives by themselves, what they're doing is they're saying, okay, you come around my house, and then we won't be isolated separately. We'll be isolated together, and so we can pretend we're like living together full time.
Instant flatmates,
basically. And so it kind of helps with isolation. I think it's quite a good idea. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just bringing it up because I thought it was.
Well, I'm not naming names here, right?
But
the people that live out her back, right? That's a lady, an old lady, and she had her son and her 2 kids visiting, full-on visit, and the kids were bouncing about on a trampoline.
Really?
And then her other son arrived and said, "Oh, hello," and they're like, "Hi, Uncle Alan."
Big hugs.
Then
not naming names.
We're sitting there in the sun because it was sunny today.
Uh-huh.
Not naming names.
Was it sunny here?
Was it not? So we're sitting in the sun and it was lovely. And then the next thing, a bloody ice cream van.
What?
Seriously? We looked at each other like that. What?
Do you fancy a 99?
What the hell?
So how come there was an ice cream? Like, did the ice cream van turn up at their house, or?
It's the only time that noise has boiled my blood.
I don't know. There was a guy in Clydebank, and all he would play is Greensleeves. Oh my god! Ding 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 ding. It haunts me when I sleep. That.
And
it was slightly warped as well. There was like wow and flutter on it. So it was like ding 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 ding. It's like Pennywise ice cream.
Jesus, I would not buy that ice cream. That's bad.
I used to run into the cupboard and I'd be sitting there twitching.
That's bad.
Not just because of the ice cream truck. Ding, 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 ding. Technical limitations for people. Yeah. So apparently Keith Urban's got Napals and his wife doesn't play any instruments, so he apparently played by himself. So he had 3 of himself. One guy doing rhythm guitar, one guy doing bass, and then him on other guitar.
God, I forgot we're still doing this list. Right, let's forget it.
Sorry.
I don't care about any of these people.
The last thing says, streaming has changed the nature of benefit shows. But then it doesn't explain what that means. So this is typical. I'm finding this is what passes for journalism at the BBC these days, and it's not just we're all locked in and we're all trying to do the best of stuff. This is before the coronavirus thing happened. So
I might be a bit. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, I might be a bit thick to this, right? And I probably am naive and all that and things because I'm a bit stupid. But see this charity Where's the money going?
Don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that what they're going to do is they're going to cut to people.
How can this be a charity thing? It's like, okay, right, we had, Feed the World and all that, people starving, but
Do you remember the one?
How's this working?
Do you remember
Who's
the
gonna
one?
get the money?
It was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and there was a whole bunch of people were involved in it in the UK, and it was raising money so that they could feed NHS workers. A noble cause. Don't have any problems with that. I think it's a great idea. They raised £1 million, which sounds like a lot, but then you realise that there are 600,000 nurses in the whole of the UK. That's 600,000 nurses. So basically, that's £1.50 each.
Yeah, but does the money go
It's
to
not
the
even.
nursing? Where's
Yeah,
the
but
money go to?
where's that
get
money
it.
going though? I mean, are they making? How does that equate to meals for nurses? At most, you're getting a meal. Like I don't understand the math. The math is.
I just don't
strange
understand
for
where
me.
the money's going and how it's getting to them or what.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the charity was in aid of for this. Maybe we should watch this One World thing.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should have watched it. Damn it!
Listen,
I kept looking at it. I'm like, I don't want to
this-
watch it because I know
we've
what it's
never
going to
said we're
be.
about yeah, but we never said we're about facts. Remember that?
No, that's true. I mean, I knew exactly what it was going to be like. It was going to be like they're going to play a couple of songs, they're going to cut to somebody who's going to introduce the next act. But before we introduce the next act, remember what we're here for. Then they're going to explain again what they're here for, and then they're going to play some commercial about some charity that they're doing there. Of course, everybody's talking on Zoom, so that it's not like you can go to Africa and like, do the usual these poor people type shots. What are you going to do? These poor people, and it's just a whole bunch of people on Zoom.
That's what I don't get. It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bizarre.
And we're all supporting the NHS here, right?
Yeah,
Obviously, right?
yeah.
By clapping every Thursday, but
Is that going to end soon?
What good is that doing? No,
I mean,
it's not. No, it's every Thursday.
So
but,
again, this is this, and I don't know what this is, but it's the same. It's the same thing that you change your avatar on Facebook. It doesn't help the cause. Like you're not helping anyone. You're just feeling good about it for yourself.
The government needs to do more.
Yeah, it's out of your hands.
Political coherence and all that, but
yeah,
doing that is not helping. They're like struggling like hell, right? Us clapping every Thursday is not helping, and then the
I mean, I'm sure
gave them a wee badge instead of a wage rise. Give them a bloody wage rise. Don't give them a badge. Excuse my language. Give them a bloody wage rise.
I'm gonna have to find that and edit it out now.
I know. We'll give them a wee pin badge.
I agree. It's not good. Doing it. It's bordering on patronising.
It's straight away they should just be given away a wage rise. That's it.
People who should be getting wage rises, because people realise now how difficult this is. Teachers, care workers, and anyone who works for the NHS, except for the bean counters, they can all shut up and buy more bloody gloves and masks.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, sorry, that was a bit political. I know.
I didn't mean to be, but anyway.
Yeah.
Give them a wage rise. Come on.
Yes. Yep. They deserve it. They don't deserve. I get the clapping is an appreciative thing, but the government can step.
Give them a bloody wage rise.
The government can step in and do a bit more. I mean, if it's another tuppence in your tax, I'm quite sure everybody would be okay with that.
Exactly, 100%.
Anyhow.
Here. I'll clap that.
There you go. Thanks. No, I'm clapping myself. I'm giving myself the clap.
Who would have thought?
I know. And then the final bit of news, and this is good news for Disney. I don't know how they're managing to do all these crazy wheeling and dealing things because they're under lockdown and stuff. But they've managed to regain all the rights to the Defenders. So that means the Defenders are now all inside Marvel just now. So well done,
Great.
Disney.
Great.
Fantastic.
Never watched it.
Yeah, I never watched the Defenders either. I did like what's his face? The blind guy, Daredevil.
Oh, aye.
He's good.
So is that a TV series that's already been and it's going to be in Disney Plus now?
I mean, in theory, they could reboot it and do their own series. Please
Or
don't.
to reboot it? Oh, I don't care then.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, right?
If they did another series of it, that'd be fine.
Yeah, but talking of who owns the rights to things and stuff.
Mhm.
Somebody suggested to me that the reason why Indiana Jones is not on Disney Plus is because Paramount owns part of it.
That's true, yeah.
There's something to do with that. So it's like a kind of Sony Marvel thing.
Yeah, that explains
Sony
a
Marvel
lot.
Disney thing.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's not the first time that Disney's done a deal with Paramount to get one of their characters back. Iron Man. Iron Man 1 was a Paramount picture.
no, it wasn't. It was a Sony.
No,
it wasn't.
It was Paramount.
All right, okay. Right.
Iron Man Wikipedia movie. Talk amongst yourselves. 2008. Jeez, that was 2008.
I'll tell you what annoys me as well. That Logan's not on there. They've got the X-Men movies, right?
Yeah.
Why is Logan not on there?
I don't know. It is
because it's an 18.
It could be because it's an 18, but it is 20th Century Fox and Marvel Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that TSG group as well.
Is that why Deadpool's not on there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the reason.
Deadpool's not? Is Deadpool Marvel or Disney?
It is Marvel, but it was released through 20th Century Fox, which is now Disney anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing as well is Kevin Feige was talking about was talking about mutants.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yes, I can say mutants now. So that's interesting in and of itself. A little kind of,
Is that the movie that's been going on for ever and it's not come out yet?
The New Mutants.
Oh, is that the X-Men?
Yeah.
New Mutants.
Yeah, there's New Mutants. There's also there's a new X-Men movie coming out as well, which will be Disney friendly, obviously. Not Logan. It'd be nice if they can continue. Like, I think they could continue doing edgier movies on 20th Century Fox that aren't necessarily Disney movies, but are controlled obviously by Disney. So, I mean, they could have like Deadpool, for example, could stay 20th Century Fox. It doesn't need to be a Disney movie or run at all by Disney, but it can still be its own thing. And similarly with the X-Men, they can be slightly edgier characters than the Avengers, who are a bit more kind of wholesome and
I mean, I was kind of a little bit gutted about that, but I can kind of understand because we go into Disney Plus because it's a family thing and we know that everyone's safe. But I would like to see Logan and Deadpool up there, I must admit, and I'd like to see Indiana Jones.
My guess is that my guess is it would probably be on Hulu if it was coming to any streaming service, which is Disney owned, but it's the slightly edgier stuff. Well, not slightly edgier stuff, the edgier stuff.
Yeah,
that'd be my guess.
Logan's fantastic.
It's a great movie.
Brilliant.
It's a great movie.
Really good.
Yeah.
the best
Um,
probably of that lot.
Yeah, I quite like the second one. The first one is laughable
Yeah.
with his
First one
the
was
thing in the
terrible.
mirror. Awful. The second one was pretty good, and the third one's amazing.
I think Logan's definitely the best. X-Men movies are good as well, though. You know, I never saw
Yeah.
the last one.
Apocalypse.
No, the new one. With Radio
That guy,
Silence.
the face.
No, the new one with the girl from Game of Thrones in it.
Oh yeah, the Jean Grey one. Dark
yeah,
Phoenix.
yeah.
Dark
Dark
Phoenix.
Phoenix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've
Yeah,
not seen that
I've
either.
not seen that yet, but
Mm.
that should be on there as well, surely. No?
Maybe. I mean, sure. I mean, it was 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
So
I just remembered we watched
it's
Wreck-It
not.
Ralph 1 and 2 this week as well.
Oh, did you?
Aye. Yeah, both of them.
That's good.
Yeah. If we've watched loads of Disney Plus.
I like Wreck-It Ralph more than I like Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet or Ralph Breaks the Internet, because I don't like Vanellope's
Yeah.
character in it. She just
First one's better, definitely.
yeah
Definitely better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, I think that's us. I think we can do the old walk away thing. Anyway, if you've listened this long, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, follow us on Twitter at SuperKellyBros, all these crazy cool things, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you very much for listening. Jody, you got any final
Thanks
words?
Thanks for listening. Take care. Keep isolated. And keep drinking.
Maybe not the last part, but
water.
Oh yeah, water. Yeah, keep hydrated. It's very important.